This is the North End. This is the North End.
Hey guys, this is JP California here, and I'm just shooting you guys a quick 5 things that we learned about Aston Villa versus Southampton today, March 5th, 2022. Villa win 4-0, and let me tell you, I wish I was at the pub for this one. I stayed home today, and I really regret it. What a game it was for Villa. They came out of the blocks, just raring to go. They just cut apart Southampton, a very, very informed Southampton at that. And so here we go with the quick, awesome 5 things that we learned about this game. First thing, our bombing right back, Matty Cash. So Matt Cash has shown us in the last 2 games probably his 2 best performances this whole season. To me, last game he got in a goal. He was up and down the wing quite a bit. But today he was just as improved. He got an assist today, and he was instrumental. He could have had 3 or 4 assists in this game. He just keeps bombing down that right, but he's timing it better than he was a few weeks ago. I know I said in earlier 5 things that the wingers need to stop getting up and down the wings so much. And it looks like for part of that, that's true. The left back, where it was either Luca Dean or Ashley Young in today's game, they weren't bombing up it as much. But Matty Cash is still bombing it, but he's being a little bit smarter on his attacks. He's only doing it when the right side, the space in front of him, is open. If they're attacking the right side, he really isn't overlapping. He isn't trying to underlap. He's not trying to, what's the right word for this? He's not trying to overpower one side or outnumber a weak side. He's trying to just exploit open spaces, and this is super important for him. I think it's giving him time on the ball. It's giving us the quick switches that we really want. And not only is he getting forward, but he's defending really well. As I was talking to some Villa fans, I wrote down how I think this might be Matt Cash's best defensive game. There was many one-on-one opportunities. He's moving his feet quickly. He's standing guys up. He's watching runners in behind. He's forcing them to teammates. It's spectacular to watch. And I know there was rumors, and it's well documented that Atletico Madrid are keeping an eye on him, and I think Villa would be really, really hard done to lose him, even for a $40 million piece. I think it would just be a terrible move from Villa. But Matt Cash, man, he kicked butt today, and he's my number 1 first thing we want to take a look at. The next thing I want to talk about is Danny Ings. And some of you guys will say, hey, JP, you just ragged on playing Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins together, and you're right. Even last weekend in our win, I didn't think Danny Ings was that good. He might have played well-ish, but for a guy that we spent $25-30 million on, I expect more, and I just feel like he's been a weak link this season. But in today's game, he had a goal and 2 assists. This is his best ever Villa game. Obviously, it's against Southampton, his old team, so maybe that had to play into it. But can he keep it up? Can he use this as a springboard for his next game? Can he get his full fitness in? It's very clear that he is not 100% fit, and he's still struggling with some of the injuries he had back in October. I just really want to see Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins connect well. Many Villa fans have, and I've chastised it quite a bit and just said it's a terrible idea, it's not working, but today it does work, and that's going to bring us into our next point. It's only working because of a brand new formation. The brand new formation for me is this 4-4-2 diamond setup that is kind of a quick switch up of what Stevie G's favorite formation, which is a 4-3-3, but he plays with 2 10s and 1 striker, and he plays kind of a narrow 3 behind it, so it's very much Christmas tree. Now what he's doing is he's having the 4 backs, he's having that holding and 2 8s kind of in a V diamond shape, and then he has little Philippe Coutinho in the 10 and Ollie Watkins and Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings as the 2 number 9 strikers. and it's worked well. We won our last game against Brighton. We really hold the center of the field well. We won today against Southampton. Probably a much better passer of the ball than Brighton, and we really locked down the center of that field. He really clearly wants us to make sure that we are hard to play through. It's hard to get balls to strikers' feet, and again, he did it very well. Switching up from the 2-10s to the 2-9s gives him that ability to play the two guys he wants to play, which is Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins. He tried it for so long, it didn't come off. It's harsh on Buendia for him to be dropped, but I think he could also play one of the 8 roles or one of the 10 roles for Philippe Coutinho. I just thought it's been a really good switch up. I think it's caught a couple of teams off guard, and if we're able to play this Christmas tree 4-3-3 or this 4-4-2 kind of diamond in the middle, I think that's just great attributes and a great way to switch it up when we need to. I think having those 2 different formations down will really, and having them down now in this season, will really help us for Steven Gerrard's first full season next season. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think we will go back to the Christmas tree eventually, but for right now, these 2 number 9 strikers are working for us, and I think you got to milk it. I think Ollie Watkins has 5 or 6 more goals maybe in these last 12 games. So if you're looking for a fantasy player, he might be the guy to pick up. Bringing us on to our next spot, and that is our stellar defense. I'm a big believer that defense wins games, and 2 shutouts in 2 games and 2 wins in 2 games kind of speak for themselves. When Tyrone Mings plays well, Villa win. When Martinez plays well, Villa have a good chance to win. When Cash is playing well, both defensively and offensively, it helps. But it was really struggling. I was struggling to see how we were going to get a win today before the game. We started Callum Chambers and Ashley Young. Ashley Young is no young chicken. He is like 36, 37, and Callum Chambers has played all of 4 matches all season. So I was really worried, but they played really well. Ashley Young did not bomb on like I thought he might. He actually held it together pretty well. Callum Chambers was solid and a rock. I don't feel he's as aggressive as Mings is, or Konza for that matter, but he is very dominant in the air. I am shocked with how good Callum Chambers is, winning those long balls to forwards, stepping, pressing, and just overall keeping the ball out from behind him and having to turn and go, because I don't think his speed is his strong suit, but he's reading the game very well. Maybe Callum Chambers and Mings can get a partnership going, but I still think Konza is our number 1 center back with Mings. But with that said, having 2 guys out and still getting a shutout, that's a big move. That's a big result for us. And I think the stellar defense played a lot in our 4-0 win today. And that brings us into what I felt and many others felt was one of the key points of our win today, and that was the little magician, Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho played out of his brain good today. He had a goal and an assist. He could have had 4 or 5 goals this match. He had a breakaway. He had a point blank, just reaction shot, where he diverted and Ollie Watkins ground cross, and he puts it on frame, and the goalie made a great save. I think it was Forster. I think it's Forster. And he played just so well. He's picking up pockets of space. He's flicking balls over the opponent for Matty Cash's runs. He's just a step above. And I've really struggled with the dilemma of should Villa part with such a large sum of 30 to 35 million in the summer for him, and this game pretty much pushed me into the favor. He now has I think it's 3 goals and 3 assists in 7 matches, which is just crazy good numbers. I wish they were a little bit more spread out, but they're still really good numbers. Sorry, it's really cold here in Southern California. It's like 10 degrees Celsius. It's like 50. I'm freezing. Sorry, all my Canadian followers. But back to the programming. Philippe Coutinho is a step above. He moves into great pockets of space under pressure, turns with the ball, and is able to make things happen. I mean, there's many times he splits a defense with one pass. He put in Ollie Watkins for a great opportunity that Ollie Watkins could have just like almost laid it back to him for an open net goal. He's just really taking the mantle that was Jack Grealish's. And I hate to say that. Are Villa going to get him in the summer? Could a bigger team kind of come in and snake him? Totally. But we'll have to wait and see for that. Until then, we got about 12 more games with him, and hopefully he can continue to play well and push us up the table. Those are my 5 things we learned about Aston Villa today. 1, our bombing right back, Matty Cash, plays well. 2, Danny Ings with his best Villa game. 3, formation change to the 4-4-2 diamond. 4, a stellar defense that really solidified us for that 4-0 win. And number 5, the little magician, Philippe Coutinho. So guys, there you have it. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe below. We got much more content coming for you guys. And yeah, please stick with us. Shoot us some comments. We'd love to hear from you guys, especially all the new guys jumping into the channel. Just love to hear it. Anyways, guys, this is JP California signing off. Up the Villa.
This is the North End. This is the North End.